Good evening, people. And tonight, Sunday night, Power Book 2, Ghost, Season 3, Episode 6 review show. The whole gang is here. We're here and we've arrived. Um, very interesting show planned for you guys tonight. Unfortunately, one of our co-hosts is battling the allergy bug. So tonight, we're going to start our show off. Keisha, what's going on?
Nothing. I'm here.
Oh well, we missed you. Our supporters and everybody that watches the show, they missed you as well. What's going on with
I
you? Everything
missed
good?
y'all too.
Have me up here being like Ronnie. Keisha!
Yeah,
Maybe
she
we
had us
gotta
looking for
review
her
that
like she,
crap again.
What'd you say,
But
Keisha?
I'm here. I refuse to fall asleep this time
Talk to us. Tell us
because
what. Talk about
I
the
am
episode.
really enjoying this season. I really like this episode. I felt like Tariq was his father the entire episode, from the way he was strategizing, playing people against one another to get the information that he felt he needed, getting his grandmother out of town. Um, I thought it was a good episode. Uh, Effie confided in him, and then he was like, "Walk home, bitch." I thought that was
That was
that
authentic.
was father, huh?
That was authentic, right?
Yeah, because I think he's more so mad, not so much that of what they did, but of not telling him. I know it's some discussion that they're like he's afraid of Kane. I don't think that he's afraid of Kane. I just feel like Kane is not his family or friend. He's just a business associate, so he doesn't expect anything out of Kane. Um, Mary is a terrible mother. I don't know what's wrong in the Power universe. All the mothers are terrible. Like Tasha may be the best mother, and that ain't really saying a lot. Like she really killed her kid's father, both of them.
Mm.
Like, and then she didn't even fake it in the funeral. If you've been married to this man 20 years, she couldn't produce one tear.
She ain't give us. She ain't give us a performance. A performance.
Mm-mm, not one tear. Um, that daughter is a pick me. So when the family, when Drew go his way and Kane go his way, I don't know what poor Diana. They haven't prepared her for the world whatsoever. It was like she never had a drink in her life, which to me is probably authentic. If some people, they do kind of protect their daughters from that lifestyle. Um, Drew saying it's me and Meffa, it's me when he killed the Russian. What's gonna happen? What's in the future for Drew? Like, which one of the see Kane? I think already done figured out that Monet done killed their father. I think she's underestimating Kane.
More
So
butter.
what is going to be the backlash behind all of that? Do you think what's his name? Gordo, the girl from
Gordo.
Warren Velez, you think that she gonna kill Mary or something? Like what do
I
we
think.
think?
I think. I agree with you, Keisha. I think that Tariq literally became Ghost before our eyes. I think Tariq knocked it out the park. Far as his acting, I think that this was a big moment for Michael Rainey's career. And I'm not saying that there was a defining moment. I think that we really see that he could be a good lead. And I know that he's been on the show but it's always been basically little Tariq. And now he finally, to me, stepped up and
He
became
stepped
little
into his
Ghost.
own.
Um, in a weird way, I do think that Effie's character was real sincere and she really wanted to help him, but he don't, like you said. I agree. He don't see it the same way, and he looks at it as more of they kept it from him. I think that he's playing everybody, and I think this is a typical Ghost move and something that he would do. It's funny in a
Control
weird
freak.
way. I think the only person that Tariq can really identify with on the show is Monet. I think that him and Monet have a special and different relationship. She don't look at Tariq as a kid, but she don't look at Tariq as a threat to what she's trying to do. She knows that Tariq, when it comes to her, he's always got her best interest at heart. I know you said Diana is a pick-me, but for some reason, Keisha, in a weird way, I could see Diana and Tariq being together now. And because at the end of the day, he wasn't seen her. I don't know if the intention was to get in them guts or clap them cheeks, but at the end of the day, Tariq went and confided in her, and he told her, "Yo, I know something going on. Talk to me." So that's where the ghost role plays in that he's somebody that is a shoulder to cry on. I think that I think that Monet has done a terrible job of pitting her sons against each other. I think that's where she's going to find out that Drew's a killer. Like Kane put work in, but Drew can really become a character in this show, in spite of what a lot of us are tired of seeing. Drew could become a character in this show that is dangerous because he kills with no remorse. He kills like Tommy, and it's a lot like Tommy. Like, F it, he messed with the family. Let's just do it. And he's very thoughtful, and he plans. Kane is more of a spontaneous killer. I am hating Jenny. I am not liking Jenny's character. I did appreciate Saxe, and I know what I've been saying for a couple of episodes that Saxe don't play a role in this, but Saxe's role has been defined because Saxe is going through a moral dilemma because he knows he's being played, and now how he reacts on being played is going to be interesting.
My man, support gaming. What's going on, man? Listen,
You low, Wayne.
listen, very good episode, man. Like very good. I enjoyed every moment of it. They've set up so many storylines that are intriguing. Um, to Keisha's point, I think the two mothers going to come to a head, especially because Monet don't want Drew with Gordo, and I think that's going to cause a problem with the two mothers. Um, you would think they could come together on the fact that they both lost their husbands, and maybe they could do some business together, but to keep their sons or whatever in line to make sure stuff is flowing. Um, I like the angle with the battles with the Russians because that's going to keep going. Like, they got a lot they got to worry about. They got to worry about the Russians. They got to worry about Noma. They got to move this weight. That dude let Tariq know you could be touched at any moment. Of course, I like the funny parts, like where Tate told Saxe he had to get his watch game up. It's like, man, I don't want that watch. You know what I mean? So I like that. Effie, she poured her heart out to Tariq, and then pure ghost fashion, he ain't care nothing about that. Find your way back. Left her out there. I think Kane handled the situation with Effie well. So, I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. I hear what Keisha's saying about, Monet being the worst mother in the whole Power universe. Um, you got that power struggle that's going to go on between Drew and Kane now. But again, man, Kane been my favorite from the beginning, and I like the way he moving right now. Kane,
So
Kane
I
was,
go
go ahead.
ahead, Wayne.
No, go ahead.
I got a question for y'all because, and I had this conversation earlier with my nephew. I see a lot of straight men saying Drew is soft, and I don't see Drew as soft. So is it his sexuality that people think that makes him soft? Because I don't see, I definitely think he's
Well,
different than Kane, but
He
well,
I
soft,
don't see him as soft.
well.
he soft when he riding that sausage.
I'm gonna say this that Drew and Dwayne, you're hilarious. a lot of people that may have a problem with saying Drew being soft, those same people was a fan of Omar and The Wire.
Good point.
And if you want to compare characters, Drew is not soft. Drew is just more calculated. Now, a person may have their issues with the sexuality thing, and you don't want to see it. I get it. I'm with you. I'm signing up for that every day and twice on Sundays. However, far as character development and what he brings to the table, it's a reason. And if you listen to what Berto Cologne said, and I always try to tell everybody to go on his IG, Drew is more calculated. Drew is more smart when it comes to thinking things through. Drew is more malicious when it's a plan and it's got to be done. Drew going, you done. Kane is more of
In your face.
He's more in your face. Not saying that one is bad and one is the other. They both put the work in, but I think that Drew's character development is going to be interesting going forward because of the complexity of his sexuality, and then he's going to find out that Gordo is the one that slit his father's throat, because we know it's going to happen. He's going to find out, but then we all know what's going to happen. He's going to kill Gordo.
I don't know that you can call Drew soft, man. Look at his kills. Look at Drew's kills, man. There's nothing soft in his kills, man. With no remorse, he pushed the Joker into a moving truck. Then with that Russian, he put that knife right in him, man, and turned it slow. So I don't think he's soft at all, man. I think he's soft for men. Like, he loses his focus when it comes to that. Like Everett, like Gordo. But when it comes to taking care of business and the family business, he steps up, man.
No, the thing about it, supporting gaming, you said that Drew did exactly what Monet told him to do. No, he did not. Because when Monet told him to not go at the Russians, she don't need the heat, he looked her dead in her face and said no and walked away. He said no. And he planned and he put the work in. Kane, in contrast, and I'm not knocking Kane's character, Kane would have said yeah and still did it. Kane would have agreed with his, all right, ma, and still did it. So I think that when you look at Drew, I think that some people, and I get it. Like I said, I get it. I understand it. But when you think about, like Dwayne said, when you think about his kills, he don't hesitate.
I think that most of the trouble they are in, just like Tariq said, is behind Kane and the dumb decisions that he made. Not to say Lauren, I think that it was probably a good decision to kill Lauren or attempt to kill Lauren. Like Effie said, I think just like Lorenzo told Monet how she was instrumental in getting her son killed, I think that Effie did the same thing to Tariq in this episode. Like her words to him, she was absolutely right. Like he left them exposed, right? So the problem is she should have said something after she did it. But most of the trouble they're in is behind Kane. It's not really behind Drew.
And this is
I'm not gonna have y'all talk bad about my.
And this is why the perfect title to the episode is what it is. It's called The Land of Lies. Is that everybody's lying for self-preservation to try to protect themselves. And Monet, clearly, in my opinion, since we're in going to season 7 of the season, episode 7 of season 3, Monet clearly cannot be the head of the family. Monet makes some of the worst decisions possibly in the guise of protecting her family, because like you said, Keisha, by her getting rid of the father, she indirectly destroyed her kids' lives. And really, Monet if you watch her, she has no ties to her kids but control. And Kane is going to do him. I thought it was interesting that Kane told Effie, like, look, keep your hustle going, and I'm gonna just throw you some work to the side. I think Effie
gonna break Kane's heart. Yeah, you heard it here first. Because I
don't think Effie is gonna go down that route with dealing with Kane on a physical level. I think they want us to think that. I think that Effie, at the end of the day, she's going to destroy Tariq. She's going to try to destroy Tariq, like she was trying to do. I think that
So
she.
I got another question. What is his name in the series? But the little guy from Fresh,
I can't
he's a
remember his
really good
name
actor.
offhand.
So what? How do you think they're gonna develop him?
Well, it's funny. It's funny, Keisha, because I said to Dwayne. Dwayne said to me, Dwayne. One of the things that he did is I talked to him right before I watched the episode. Dwayne lowered my expectations, right? So after I saw the episode, I called Dwayne, and the first thing I said to him was, Monet looked like she needed a shoulder to cry on. He took me out with that line
Listen,
because that's typical a greasy dude. But because he's so young, and we look at him from when he played in his other shows, that now we look at him actually talking slick to Mary J. It's interesting. I
yes,
think his role is going to be interesting because he about that work. It was at the shootout at the church.
he about to chin check the Tejadas to see if he could take over that business. He don't
I think
respect
so
it.
too.
Now that Lorenzo's out of the picture, he don't respect it. So he gonna try to chin check them. He gonna test them.
So, Dwayne, do you think they're going to allow him to flourish in the series, or they just going to have him go at him and they have to off him like our boy from
Somebody gonna have to kill him. Kane, Drew, Monet. Somebody gonna
Well,
have to kill him.
I think a Tejada has to die. And Dwayne, don't hate me when I say this, but it would be appropriate if Brayden was to kill Kane. I think that we forget that if you really watch Power, Tommy wasn't no fighter in their youth. Ghost fought for Tommy. So Brayden then came along into being his killer. But to make it up to Tariq, I kind of feel like it would only be appropriate if he was to kill Kane. And Kane keep testing him.
Well, if he
But
does
we shall see. I think one of the main Tejadas need to die.
if he
Lorenzo
does
wasn't the main person, but one of them other people
if
need to die.
If he do kill Kane, it's gonna be by accident. Oh, I didn't mean to shoot him. Oh, the gun just went off because he can't get right. Brayden can't get right. You know, we all know Brayden knows how to throw the hands. He let Tariq just beat his ass. Like, you know what I mean? He got one puncher on Tariq. I ain't like that, man.
Hey, yo, I will admit to you guys, I thought it was hilarious when Ahmad Ashe Freeman called himself going to the room with Diana, and the kids walked out like, "Oh, she got company, B." Like, I thought that was hilarious, and that's real. That's what really happens at these college campuses. Like, you come up there thinking, we all saw a big Biz Markie say she just a friend video when we were younger, and that's how it be.
He was like, there's a man in there, and they just started laughing at him.
Yeah,
I mean,
really
corny anyway.
It's funny.
Why would he talk about her family?
Yeah, man, I ain't get that.
I think that his role is basically the educated guy that just don't know nothing about the street and the complexity of the street, and he talks too much. Which me and Dwayne always said, Keisha, we like the scenes in the classroom because that's where they basically set the show. But like, where's it going? Because Tariq, whether we realize it or not, he took that class so he could graduate early so he can get his money. So this is the third season.
But they're never getting rid of the classroom. You want to know why? Because they make their points about society in these classrooms. You ever look at these classroom scenes? They make up statements about what's going on in the world.
Oh God! Supporting gaming. You think Salim is Jabari, man?
So what y'all think about the girl that work at Brayden Enterprises?
Yeah, she's
the one that
I think Keisha, that girl is interested. I think they have a lot there into going to figuring out and telling us who she is. A lot of character development. I think that Brayden was kind of surprised when she was like, she wants a cut. I think that they got that's an angle that they can address. Where who is she? I think that we need to really.
That comment.
Um, I'm sick of the police investigations. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's I said it before the season, and I'm gonna say it now. I'm tired of it. I was tired when the opening scene, Monet identifying the body, two cops behind her, but then you got Blanca right there. So why would the DEA be there while she identified her body? Monet, certain things like that in the episode, Monet should be like, well, DEA is here while I'm identifying my husband. Is something going on? Like, I just think that their awareness to this investigation or lack thereof is bad. Like, I
But
think Davis.
we gotta remember it's TV too, so they're gonna throw some of that things in there that don't make no sense to us. Yeah, I was a little disappointed in Saxe, the way he played it. I was mad at Jenny for the way she came at Saxe, talking about like old, bringing up old shit, acting like she gonna rat him out and stuff like that. You know, I wanted Saxe to handle her a little bit differently. Um, the one character.
Naya, Naya, you bring up a very interesting point in that statement. She said the fact that Effie didn't seem familiar with where they were at make me feel like Jenny lied about what really happened to Lauren and Saxed F if she lied about. That is interesting because when they were driving, Effie didn't pick up where they were going.
At first, but when she got there, she was like, "Why we here?" So she didn't pick it up at first because she was pouring her damn heart out, talking about what happened to her when she was young.
Yeah, he said, Tariq said, what you gonna reach for the gun? I can't. He said, I can't kill you because it's heat on us. Oh, Tariq killed it with that. He really did his thing with that scene.
Like Keisha said, he ghost. He's officially ghost now, man.
He was officially ghost.
His scene with Big Mama was a good scene though. At the
well, let me apologize to you guys. Let me apologize to everybody in the chat now. I said some things last week about Debbie Morgan, and I will say this: Debbie Morgan acted her butt off at that scene at the cemetery. Emotion, and she kept it 100 with him. And I think that that's what Tariq's character needed, is that nobody could call him out on his shit without an ulterior motive. I do think that the way that Keisha always explains these women in here, and Tasha's relationship, Tasha at the end of the day manipulated her and Ghost situation to Tariq to benefit her at the end of the day, even though some of it was true. I think that Debbie Moore and Big Mama's character was honest. I think that what Tariq did is he shook the tail off of her and basically seemed like he was running so she can get away. I thought that was a Ghost move. I thought it was real smart. And I mean, like Dwayne said, they had to get rid of Debbie Morgan's character in the show. She served no purpose. No. So now Tariq literally has no family, and he's around, and he understands that he can't trust nobody, and he needs to insulate himself and protect himself from everybody.
Yeah, because the people he thought was his family, Brayton and Effie, he can't trust them. But he said, y'all just like my family, though. Yeah, man, but I really like it, man. And I like I said, I like the storylines they setting up. The Drew and Kane angle is going to be good. How Tariq going to be moving with Effie and Brayton, because he can't sever ties with them because they all need to continue to work for Noma.
Wayne, I asked you a question, Wayne, and you said episodes 7, 8, and 9. 7, 8, and 9, 10, we're going to see more of him. What the hell is going on with Davis, man?
I'm not sure. I don't know what they're doing with him right now, but I think we're going to see more of him.
They got him like he's inept.
Well, I think I think his whole persona is going to change because I think Theo about to pass away. And then I want to see how he reacts when he's dealing with the emotions of truly losing his brother.
I mean, he should have been on to Saxe by now.
Yeah, he should have. But I think he's just so concentrated on his brother. You know what I mean?
That's
I think the
possible.
Davis role. I thought um the Method Man character. I thought that they were going to show more of him and have him more of. Basically, they show that he'll do anything for some money. I thought they were going to show a greasy side, more greasier side to him, which they haven't shown. I do think that when him and Tate do eventually have to work together with what Tate wants him to do for Tate, I do think that's going to come in handy, and I do think Tariq is going to be like the middleman and be able to manipulate both of them to get them to be on his side. Because Tariq, one thing I really loved about him in this episode was him never telling nobody that Lauren's really alive. Like he literally, Effie, why did you kill her? Like I thought that was really, really good because he needs them to continue to thinking that she's dead. Because honestly, Tariq is setting everybody up to be a fall guy. Because when shit hit the fan, it's not gonna fall on Tariq. It's just
Yeah,
not.
but I think he got something, a little bit of something for everybody. Um, the only thing I'm frustrated about, and it's been a great year so far. Like, come on, y'all knew those cameras was up on that roof last year. Like, why is there a surprise that there's cameras up there on that roof? Am
Well,
I
it
missing
wasn't
something?
cameras before, but I think that no, I think that Tariq should have been having some conversation, but it's still early yet. Because if he know Lauren alive, you would have to think she gave up some information on the minimal information that she knew.
True.
She really didn't know a lot.
Yeah, I think the supporting game. And I know you mentioned some stuff about Lauren and Court. I think that Jenny's character. If you look at what Jenny has done exactly what Saxe has done in the previous Power. Jenny has crossed a lot of lines, and I think that Jenny's crossing the line, keeping keeping Lauren, forget Saxe, keeping Lauren from Blanca is gonna blow the whole case. I think that Lauren, like Keisha said, doesn't know enough to implicate Tariq. She can't even lie on Tariq because she don't know nothing. Anything that she knows about Tariq is basically what they tell her Tariq is. Tariq has never done anything around her. I think that even when they compared the Tejadas to her, that they compared Lorenzo Tejada Jr., Kane. Kane was on Stanfield's campus, and that's what she said on tape, and that's what opened the initial investigation up. Tariq is insulated. Tariq has nothing to worry about. I mean, we might have thought Tariq was caught the last time. He's not going to be caught. I'm
And I don't
sick.
think Braden's going to be caught either because Effie did it. And, Braden is adamant that they he was scared.
Well,
So,
that's a different angle. What if Tariq framed Diana? I don't think Tariq would frame Diana. I think Diana is just that naive to go up there. I think Tariq, at the end of the day, what he's doing is saving himself. I don't think he's putting the weight on nobody. He's allowing them to fall into their own traps. I do think that Tariq, to answer your question, Keisha, with Braden, I do think Braden's character and Tariq's character are so intertwined. Braden is not going to get caught up. But at the end of the day, Tariq knows at the end of the day that Braden is just not fully invested into certain things like he is.
Is
Braden
Tariq
is doing things
naive?
for action. What'd
Is
you say,
Tariq
Dwayne?
naive? Is Tariq naive to think he's ever gonna go back with his mother and with Big Mama
I think,
and the
I think,
little
I
sister?
think, I think the end of this series, Dwayne, when it's finally over, I think that's where he's going to come to a defining moment where he's going to realize he can't get out and he's going to be in a position just like his father was.
Yeah, he ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
or he's going to have to give his life up because essentially that's what Ghost did. He gave his life up for them. So, I mean, if they follow suit, it'll be the same thing.
That could be interesting. That could be the battle that's between, Kane and because Kane keeps letting Brayden know, like, yo, you owe me a body. you still owe me a body, man. Like, so it's gonna be interesting how it plays out with the two of them.
That's why I think Brayton gonna kill Kane. I don't think that if they follow the script, Brayton's not going anywhere for a while. Because that's Tariq's Tommy. Like, he's not going anywhere for a while. I think that Tariq cares about I think Tariq cares about all three of them girls, Diana, Effie, and Lauren. So I don't think that he's trying to manipulate Diana. She just ain't his number one draft pick.
Yeah, but Keisha, the funniest thing you said about that is that I agree. I agree with you, and I do think that at one time Lauren was, but Tariq, no. I was with the feds, and he, in the back of his mind, the way he moves, I think he knows that he has to play Lauren just to shake this heat off him. I think he'll never trust her. I think that Tariq, at the end of the day, his love interest in the show is Tariq. They basically,
and if he comes to his senses, it would be Effie, because Effie and Brayton loves him enough to make decisions for him, but he's such a control freak like his father. He needs all the answers or the details. That's what Tommy and Ghost fought about all the time. Ghost thought he was the smartest person in the room, but Tariq is dealing with people who are, Effie is just as smart as, if not smarter, and Brayden is no dummy. So, you know, it's gonna be interesting to see if he's always talking about the mistakes his parents and his uncle made.
Mm-hmm.
Are they gonna have him do something different, or are they gonna have him do the exact same thing?
Yeah, Brayton's not dumb. He's just not a killer.
Yeah, because the exact same thing is picking Angela over everybody else.
and Tariq, I think Tariq. It's funny because Tariq has nobody. Like, even in spite of his loyalty to Lauren, Tasha, even though Ghost was done with her, she would still say things that'll make Ghost think about some of the moves that he would make. And I think that Tariq has nobody that's like his sounding board that will have him realize, like, you look, dude, you're mad at us because we didn't off this chick, but at the end of the day, she's the one that wore the wire. And I think
mean,
that
Effie kind of said it, but he got to get out of his feelings to hear it. Maybe Kane. I mean, maybe Kane ain't gonna come to him.
don't trip. I said it. We ain't seen you in a while, young lady. You said the end of the episode reminded me of when Ghost and Tommy fell out. They met up, and Ghost said, "We got to kill Lobos." Absolutely, that scene reminded you of that when they met up, looking over the skyline of New York City, realizing that they had a common enemy, and at the end of the day, that they was brothers. I do think that we're gonna probably see a shift in Braden's character. I think that Braden realizes at the end of the day, like, Tariq love you, dude. Like, you need to show him some more loyalty and understanding and honesty. So I wouldn't mind seeing Braden's character, as they say, go off the deep end. So
But I
ratings
feel like
time.
Brayton has had his back. He went into court and testified and said, "I'm the drug dealer." Brayton has had his back, but Brayton experiences is not hood. Tommy was still hood, even though he was palm colored.
Working like a government meal, huh, Miss? Miss, don't trip. I said it. Yeah, we understand that. We understand that. Appreciate your support as always, though. Yeah, but see, Keisha, that's the thing, is that Tariq always busts his gun, and even to the point of killing the Russian from the door. Like, dude Tariq be risking everything for Braden. And it's like Braden, he wants the glory. Like, it's like he's having fun. Like, he always I always say it. Who would you say, Dwayne?
It's a hobby for him.
That's why I think that's why I feel like he gonna be the one that kill a Tejada. That's really the only way, you know, for him to work his way back. Because Effie a killer too. I believe Effie would kill.
Oh yeah, Effie will kill somebody. She thought she killed Lauren.
Well, how y'all like the killing?
We got into Effie's background finally, so everybody could stop saying that she's Noma's long lost daughter. Effie talked about her mother and the guy that assaulted her was married.
Yeah, you know what else they saying? The girl that worked at Great Enterprises or whatever it's called. She is Noma's daughter. She looked just as old as Noma. Like, what's wrong with people?
That's what I was just about to say. That's what I was just about to say. She's Noma's daughter.
Who? You think so?
The one
she looked the same age.
And all that. She Noma's daughter, man. She the girl in the picture. She a little girl in the picture.
Who is OBI? I
have no idea who OBI is, Keisha.
She that little girl in that picture. She ain't that much older than Brayden and Tariq.
So let me ask you guys: is ratings time? Dwayne.
Yeah, I'm giving it an 8.5 because I've been staying in the 7 range.
Oh.
So I'm gonna give it an 8.5. I thought
you said something different in the background.
Yeah, I thought about going with that, but I ain't ready for that yet because I still gotta wait and see how they finish up. I'm feeling real strong with them, and if a couple of things that I think are gonna happen, I'm gonna get an 8.75. I'm gonna trend close to a 9. I thought about.
Oh, you just bumped it?
I thought about giving it that big 10, but I'm gonna give it an 8.75, and hope that they keep the momentum going.
Yeah, OBI need to get up out of here. Noma Soldier. I'm tired of him. I'm tired of him and his jokes. Don't trip. I said it. She said she's gonna give it a 9. I like this episode, but it could be because I was depressed from Snowfall. Well, I'm one of the people that do watch Snowfall. Don't trip. I said it, and I will say that I had a lot of apprehension towards Snowfall because of the history of Freeway Rick Ross, and it's loosely based off his story. I think that the first season after John Singleton died, the writers kind of went away from John's vision, and I think that they got back to it during this last season. And the last episode was full circle for Franklin's character in the beginning of how he felt about Alton. So I think Snowfall is going to be one of them series that once it goes to DVD and these streaming channels, a lot of people are going to watch Snowfall and be like, wow, it was a really good show. But anyway, Keisha, what's your rating?
8.5.
8.5. Why?
I think the season is been really solid. All the episodes. Unfortunately, I'm waiting for their downfall.
I gave season 1, episode 1, I gave it a 10. And that was the only 10 that I've ever given one of our shows. But I'm going to give this particular episode a 9.5. I am not expecting them to let down. I think they gave us 6 shows, and I have to give them credit. The writers are very, very on point with the storylines. A lot of times they try to throw a twist in there that's so far-fetched that we're caught off guard. I think that all these characters are coming to a head. I would like to see the Noma thing. I'm trying to figure out where that's going to go because at the end of the day, Tariq needs to shake that. I think that this episode really was a coming out moment of Tariq's character, showing how his father was, showing him how to move a lot like his father, being able to get information out of people. And we'll see going forward. So I'm going to give it a 9.5. I know that's high for me, but I'm not going to, hedge my bet, as Dwayne would say, and expect something crazy to happen. I expect it to be really, really interesting going forward. So supporting gamer said, I also predict next episode. No, he said, hold up. I want the ghost of Lorenzo to snitch on Monet and tell Diana she set him up. Well, you know the funniest thing about that Ghost Lorenzo thing, that's where me and you disagree supporting gaming. I think they just need to get rid of it. Lorenzo served no purpose no more in this show. I think that they had a vision for Lorenzo Tejada in season 1, and I think the Dante character picked up steam, but they had already written that he was going to get killed. And I just think that the whole Lorenzo Tejada and the head of the Tejada family, I think that is
I
not
think
going anywhere.
Kane is going to go against Monet because he already know that she killed his father. And if he don't know, it's only going to take him a second to put it together.
Supporting gaming, you crazy, bro. I also predict next episode that Q and Dwayne are going to expose Monet. So with that, any final words, Dwayne?
Nah, I'm interested. I've been pleasantly surprised. They haven't taken one of those episodes where I was like, yo, there's something wrong with them. And now there's 4 episodes left? So I don't think we're going to get it done, man. I don't see how we can get it done. Especially there's so many moving parts right now. You know, the Russians, Noma and her people, Kane and Drew, Tariq with Effie and Brayden, Diana with the teacher's assistant. You know, what's going on with Tate, Jenny and her. Yeah, man. Support gaming. Thank you, support gaming. Yeah, like, subscribe, and share. We appreciate everybody. But I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to next Friday. And
I'm glad you brought that up. When are we doing our review show now, Keisha?
Fridays.
So all you guys that's been supporting us, we appreciate it.
With a rebroadcast on Sunday.
Yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do our show on Fridays. Friday, the next 4 episodes are definitely gonna be on Fridays. So Friday night, 9:00, we're gonna do our Friday night 8:30. We're gonna do our show. The next 4 shows is gonna be Friday. So remember that, you guys. Friday. This coming Friday, we're gonna do our review show for episode 7. I know it's hard that a lot of people may not be able to watch the episode.
Can't do it this coming Friday. You already got a show scheduled Friday.
Oh, excuse me. We got to do a Sunday. Excuse me. Thank you, Dwayne.
Okay, that's fine.
We're gonna do a Sunday. We're just gonna keep it at Sunday for right now. We're gonna keep it at Sunday.
I'm just saying you just can't do
No. We're gonna keep it at Sunday because we could still swing Sunday. It's only 4 more episodes. We're gonna swing it at Sunday. I apologize for that. Dwayne reminded me because we got a big show coming up Friday. Doing our draft show at 7:00.
You can do it. I mean, listen, you can do it. Listen.
No.
I think
we good.
We'll talk offline and figure it out.
Yeah, but I think
and keep it for Sunday for now.
Yeah. So appreciate you guys. Keisha, you got any final thoughts?
I just want them to keep the same steam and momentum. And then maybe next year we'll get a good mother.
With that, appreciate everybody in the chat. Remember, like, share, subscribe.
No, Rock is a terrible mother as well.
Oh.
And one of the things about support, the best way to support on YouTube and Facebook is to like and share the episode. We don't know. People may not realize that hitting the like button is a way that triggers the algorithm. So make sure that you like the episode. Appreciate you guys for always showing up, showing support, and encouraging us to continue doing the show. Thanks a lot and have a great night.
We're going to review the season finale of Farmer Wants a Wife.